Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Sentinels in the Multiverse again. We're going to be playing using our DE Definitive Edition characters. I'm trying some more Definitive Edition so I have a good idea of comparing the two editions and whether or not I'm a big fan of the Definitive Edition or not. I can go either way. I kind of love them both for different reasons. So I'm trying to play more of the Definitive Edition characters to see what the difference is, see how they play, doing things like that. And I actually have out, and I was sorting through all my legacy cards and setting them up, with each of the different cards and seeing how many different cards he has of each of his different powers, just so I have a good idea. So when I can, kind of compare the two to find out which I might like better. So without further ado, we're back into it right now. And as you can see, we're playing on Tabletop Simulator again. Our villain today is Akash Bhuta. Again, 200 hit points. She's going to start with 3 of her limbs in play, which happens to be the electropacamic fungi, the living rock slide, and the interposing stalagmites. Those are all bad things that'll happen to us. Our heroes today in the fight is going to be Legacy, pretty much a staple. We have Absolute Zero, again, because I want to try out him in Definitive Edition, Mr. Fixer, and Unity, again, just to kind of try the Definitive Edition, try the different characters just to see what goes on. And for our environment, it is going to be the Diamond Manor. Alright, start of the turn. Nothing there. She will... Well, let's shuffle just to make sure. You guys know. Now we'll draw a card. It's probably going to be the worst card there is. Well, it's not a good one, that's for sure. Alright. So, end of phase. End phase, discover 1 limb card. That is not a limb. That's a limb. This is such a huge start for the enemies, I'm telling you. Alright. So that's her phase. And we come over here. Atropic Fungi. This card deals each target in the hero play area with the most cards in play 2 toxic damage. Destroy 1 ongoing card and 1 item card in the play area. We don't have anyone has any cards because we haven't played anything. So I'm assuming everyone's going to be taking 2 toxic damage. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Living Rock Slide. This card deals each non-villain target 2 projectile damage. So 2 more. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. -1 damage dealt to Akash Bhuta. When this card is destroyed, Akash Bhuta deals herself 12 energy. And then this card deals the non-villain target with the lowest hit points 2 damage. Lowest hit points is going to be Unity, so 2 damage for you. This card deals each non-villain target 2 projectile damage. Wow. I forget how brutal she is. Man, she does a lot of damage. Jesus. And then last but not least, another Lowest hit points 2. So another 2 to Unity. So before we even do anything, she's down to 16 hit points. She went from 26 to 16. She's taken 10 points of damage. We haven't even done a damn thing, and a third of her hit points are gone already. Okay. Wow. Alright, Legacy, what can you do here? Legacy deals up to 3 targets, 3 melee damage each. So he's going to do the old 1-2. He's going to play this. Deal 1 target, 2 damage. The other thing is Mamie, since she's got all this power to do a bunch of damage. After this card is played, Legacy deals himself 3 damage, and then all allies are immune to damage. It might take us a turn or 2 to get this stuff under control. And the first turn, he can make everyone invulnerable to damage. I think that's a good idea. So he's going to take... Whoa, come here, you. He's going to take 3 fixed damage. And now all of his allies are immune to damage. Okay. Alright, and then he will activate his power, which is going to be Galvanize, giving all of his allies +1 to their damage. Alright, and then he'll draw a card, and he'll be done. Immune to damage. Immune to damage, immune to damage, immune to damage. Okay. Not that I'll remember, but at least I'll try to remember. Alright. Summon an item card. Absolute deals himself 1 fire and 1 cold. After this card is played, you may play a card. Whenever Absolute Zero would deal cold damage, he regains that much hit points instead. Summon an item card. And then he deals himself 1 fire and 1 cold. He deals the fire, which takes a hit point. Cold, which would... Alright, so we'll play this card. After this card is played, you may play a card. That will be this card. And then we can summon an item card again. Summon is. Just want to make sure I do that right, because the keywords are always... Search for the card. Play the card. Okay, so basically summon is basically go find the card you want. So he finds an item card. So let's search. Ooh, yeah, that seems pretty good. +1 cold damage dealt to himself, because that'll heal him, and -1 fire damage dealt to himself. And then so he deals himself 3 fixed fire damage. Alright, so he summons an item card, which is this one, and then Absolute Zero deals himself 1 fire damage and 1 cold damage. The fire damage would summon means it puts it into play. So this card is in play, so when he deals himself fire damage, it doesn't do, he does -1 fire damage. So instead of 1, he does 0. And then 1 cold damage, which would be 2 cold damage. 2 cold damage actually heals him 2 hit points. Alright, so that was his play power. He's going to activate his power. Deals himself either 1 cold or 1 fire. He's going to deal himself 1 cold plus 1 cold, 2 cold, which is going to heal 2 damage. And then he'll draw a card. And hopefully I did that right. And we still need to do some damage up here, boys. We haven't done jack yet. He hasn't done anything. You haven't done anything. Let's hope you can do some damage. All right. After this card is played, destroy other. After you use a power, you draw 2 cards, and his reaction is to use a power. What is his power? His power is currently deals 1 target 2 melee damage, and you may collect a duel. Start phase. Either draw a card or collect a stone card. Irresistible damage is irresistible. I don't necessarily need that. I guess. Could play this one and heal Unity. Maybe that might be better for wait for a little while on that one. All right. Draw a card or collect a style. He's got plenty of style cards. He needs tools. I will do the toolbox. Let's play the toolbox. Alright, and then his power will be deal 1 target 2 plus 1 from legacy 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. That's his power. And then collect a dual card. Collect again is what? Search the corresponding deck for the card. Put the card in your hand. Shuffle the deck. Alright, so collect a tool. Alright, so we can search for a tool. Sure. So that goes into his hand, though. Okay. Then he draws a card at the end of his turn. And he's done. Unity, I hope you can do some damage since nobody else wants to do anything. Alright. This can't be played during his play phase. This can't be played during the play phase. Good thing we have this card. Put this workbench into play immediately. And then her power will be play a card. And that card is going to be... this one here. If it's not a mechanical golem, it was, so she doesn't get to draw a card, but she will draw a card at the end of her draw phase. And now the end phase, this card deals one target X melee damage, or X is the number of golems the cards in play, which is 1 plus 1 from Legacy is 2 damage. Not enough to kill this thing, unfortunately. That's a bummer. And she drew her card at the end of the turn, and that's it. Wow. Alright, shuffle in the environment, which is the Diamond Manor. Maddening layout, one shot. Discover one ongoing card. There's an ongoing right there. After this card is played, reveal the top card of each non-environment deck in turn order. Play any ongoing cards revealed this way. Discover the other, discard the other revealed cards. Alright, after this card is played, we gotta do this in order now, so this is gonna take us a minute here. Alright, so this one was discover an ongoing card, which we did. And after this card is played, reveal the top card of each non-environment deck in turn order. Play any ongoing cards revealed this way. So starting with the boss. That is not a ongoing, it's a one-shot. Legacy. It is a one-shot. Absolute Zero is a item limited. Mixer Fixer is an item dual. Unity is a one-shot, so literally nobody. Alright, if you do this competition, reveal the top card of each non-environment deck in turn order. Play any ongoing cards revealed this way. Discard the other ones. Okay, and then we have to discover a relic card. That is not a relic. That is not a relic. That is a relic. Okay. These cards. Shuffle back in. Discover one relic card. Playing it in the villain play area. Oh boy, that doesn't sound good. What is this gonna do? When this card is destroyed, go back to the start phase, the current turn. End phase. If this card is not in the environment play area, destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, go back to the start phase of the current turn. What? What? Oh my god, that is, oh my god. That could be extremely devastating because the villain's going to take a complete turn, and then at the end of the turn, he's going to destroy this card and then go back to his turn and do it all over again. So he's basically going to take 2 turns in a row. Yeah, because he's going to go start phase, play phase, end phase, and then go back to the start phase again. Good thing they can't do any damage because Legacy played discard. Or I guess they can do damage. They just can't damage any of my allies. So there you go. Ha ha ha. Wow, that could have been the worst start in the history of mankind. So discover an ongoing card, discover a relic card playing in the villain play area. So that is the environment turn, and then we have the end phase. Discover one ongoing card from the deck in the play area with the fewest cards in play. That is going to be Legacy or Mixed or Fixter. Discover one ongoing card from the deck in the play area with the fewest cards in play. He has one. And the environment actually has one. So I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose Legacy. So we need an ongoing guard. No. There's one right there. Oops. After this card is played, each ally regains a hit point. That sounds good. And +1 damage dealt by ally characters. Alright. So that finishes the environment turn. Wow. Night Miss always says that more time in study is a good thing. I'm just branching out on what kinds of things I'm studying. The Mystic Library. The Harpy Dark Watch. Volume number... the Harpy Dark Watch Volume 1, number 11. Alright. Now we go to... start phase. They don't have anything in the start phase, so she plays a card. That card there is a one-shot. Destroy all environment cards. This doesn't have a if destroyed do this thing on it. Doesn't look like it. Destroy all environment cards. And then play the top card in the environment deck. And then play the top card in the villain deck. We'll get to all that. Question. Is this considered a environment card? It is no longer in the environment. Is no longer in the environment section. It's been played over here, but is it still considered an environment guard, or is it now considered something else because it's in the villain play area? I don't know that answer, to be honest. I don't know. Good thing I have my rule booklets here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find this answer really quickly, though. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I've never had, like, when cards leave areas. I'm nuts. Okay, what happens? Looking under the frequently asked questions. Okay, didn't see anything. I am going to assume it says destroy all environment cards. That would be anything in play. This is technically in play, and even though it's in the villain play area, it's still in play, so I'm going to assume yes. Play the top card of the environment deck. So we would then go and play the top card of the environment deck. Because, yeah, it's a relic. Whenever an ongoing card in this play area would be destroyed, prevent the destruction and put one token on this card. When this card is destroyed, bury one hero ongoing card, one villain ongoing card, and one environment ongoing card. If there are 2 or more tokens on this card, destroy this card. Okay, so... And then play the top card of the villain deck, of course. And that is going to be a one-shot. Destroy H -1, so that's 3 hero ongoing cards. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, this is a one-shot. It shouldn't be out there anyways. These are items. This is an item. And she has got items and mechanical golems. So the only one-shots we are the only one ongoing cards we have are these two. And yeah, if those two go away, that means we no longer are being prevented damage anymore. So that's really bad. Destroy H -1 hero ongoing cards. Discard as many cards from the top of the environment deck as cards destroyed this way. So there was 2, so 1, 2. Shoot. Try that again. 1. There's 3 cards in there. 2, 3. Destroy as many cards. So we discarded cards in there. Let's destroy cards. Okay. Are you done with your one shot? Good. Because now we can go on to this craziness. Oh my god. End phase. Discover a primal limb. God, this is gonna... This is... I can't imagine we're gonna be able to come back from this. I just can't imagine it. Alright, so this card deals each target in the play area with the most cards in play, 2 damage, and destroy an ongoing card and 1 item card in the play area. So, most cards in play, it's either going to be him or he, so it's going to be absolute 0. He will take 2 damage. And Destroy one ongoing card and one item card. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's that card. This card. Each target 2 damage. It's going to be over here in a minute, so congratulations. Wow, this is going downhill quick. 2 damage there. Next. Non-villain target. Lowest hit points. 2 damage. That's going to be you. 1, 2. Alright, and this non-villain target, each 2 damage. 1, 2. That's why I wanted to prevent all damage, but that didn't happen, did it? Nope. This card deals the non-villain target with the lowest hit points 2. So Unity's just going to die here in a second. And finally, the lowest hit points, minus 2 damage dealt by the target. So minus 2 damage done by... No, not damage dealt to this target, sorry. We don't need that. We need minus 2 damage. Plus 1 damage, minus 1 damage dealt by this target. There we go. So, let's get out 2 of those. Yeah, this is not going extremely well at all. Jeez. 2, 4, 6 arms out there. We are not doing any damage. We just got all of our ongoing cards wiped out. Three targets, 3 melee damage. 1 target, 2 melee damage. Yeah, we got to do the 0-1-2 and start taking some of these guys out. So 1 target, 2 damage. That's going to be this. Boom. That's going to deal 6 damage to it. Okay. So that was 1 target, 2 damage. Then play a card. That's going to be this one. Deal 3 targets, 3 damage. 3 targets, 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, then he will activate his Galvanize, give everyone the +1 damage, draw a card, and he'll be done. Alright, Absolute Zero. Let's see. When this card is played, you may play a card. After Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, Absolute Zero deals 1 target that much cold damage. After this card is played, select a target. That target is immune to damage. When this card is destroyed, you may draw a card and play a card. Next turn, he will destroy this card. Ice Shield. He's going to play the Ice Shield on Unity and try and keep her alive for a minute. Oh, actually, hang on a second. Before I do that, hang on a second. This says this card deals a non-villain target with the lowest hit points 2 melee damage. Right? That actually should have went on Unity. Give her back the 4 hit points, because the first one would go and do 2 damage to the Raptor bot. Boom. So, and then the second one would go on her. Okay. So, what were we doing now? Yes. So we will... yeah, he will still put this card down on Unity just to protect her from any damage she's gonna take. Yeah, it's not great because he didn't get a power out. Episode 0 deals himself either 1 cold or 1 fire. He's going to deal himself 1 cold, which will heal him 1 stinking point. That's not very good. He needs to get better cards out. Alright, Mr. Fixer, start phase. Either draw a card or collect a style card. We got plenty of styles, so we're just going to draw a card. So that was his start phase. Play phase. He needs to get a style and a duel out. After this card is played, destroy all other tools. Mr. Fixer deals each. Mr. Fixer deals up to 5 targets, 1 melee damage each. Change any game text that says Mr. Fixer deals 1 target to Mr. Fixer deals up to 5 targets. Wow. Alright, Mr. Fixer is going to bring in the jackhammer. Jackhandle, whatever that is. After this card is played, destroy all other tool cards. There is no other tools. Mr. Fixer is going to deal 5 targets, 1 plus 1 from Legacy, so 2 damage. 5 targets, 2 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then Mr. Fixer is going to deal 1 target, 3 damage. And that's going to be this guy right here because we can kill it. And she's going to deal herself 8 damage. Alright. And you may collect a dual card. Collect with what again? I got my rule booklet right here. Let's just see. I don't know why I have such a hard time with these. Search the deck. Put the card in your hand. Shuffle the deck. Alright. Sure. Might as well. So, search. Looking for an item card. Sure. Let's add that to his hand. Draw a card at the end of his turn, and he's done. He did some pretty good damage there. Now, Unity, unfortunately, gets everything killed too quickly. So, Unity will play this. Unity deals each non-hero target X lightning damage, where X is the number of golem cards in play. That is 1 plus 1 2 damage. And she could do the damage to her, but she's -1 damage, -1 damage, so that's going to be -2 damage, so it wouldn't do any damage. Power is going to be to play a card, and that's going to be to put this guy into play. Play a card. If the card is not a golem, then she would draw a card, but it is a golem, so then she will draw a card at the end of her turn. We'll go with the environment, which has done nothing but screw us over. Oh my god. We should definitely tried a different. After this card is played, move 1 environment relic card in the play area to the villain play area. This is crazy. I'm about ready to cancel this because this environment is just screwing us so badly. Whenever an ongoing card in this play area would be destroyed, prevent that destruction and put a token on this card. When this card is destroyed, bury 1 hero ongoing card, 1 villain ongoing card, and 1 environment ongoing card. Oh my god. So now that that's over there, we won't be able to get rid of our ongoing cards either. Alright, so that's the play. Now, end of phase. Discover a relic card. It's not a relic. It's not a relic. There's the relic. Okay, discover a relic card. 1 hero character may deal themselves 3 fixed damage. If they take any damage this way, move 1 relic card from the environment play area to their play area. 3 damage to get this card into their play area. I think that might be worth it. Who's going to do a lot of damage? Yeah, let's give it to Mr. Fixer. Take 3 damage. Because this card will... this card is in the play area, +1 damage dealt by hero targets. When this card is in a hero play area, +1 damage dealt by hero targets. While this card is in a hero play area, wow. So everyone gets +1 damage. All heroes. Okay, I kind of like that. So, they take damage, move the relic from the environment area to their play area. Okay. It's still crazy, but a lot of craziness going on. Start phase. Nothing in the start phase. She will play a card. It's going to be another one of these. That was play a card, then discover a limb. Okay. Guess why not? And then end phase. Each villain target 2 projectile. Each non-villain. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. These are long gone, I think. So this card deals the non-villain target with the lowest hit points 2 melee damage. That's gonna actually be the B-Bot. And when this card is destroyed, you may destroy an ongoing card. So this card is destroyed. You may destroy an ongoing card. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. He doesn't have any ongoing, so. Okay, what was this? This card's going to deal each non-villain target 2 damage. Of course it is. This card deals the non-villain target with the lowest hit points 2 damage. This one deals the target with the most cards in play 2 damage. So it'd be one of these 2 characters. Let's give it to him. Oh, and then we got to do something. Right, destroy an ongoing and an item card. So that would be both of these cards, or if we use Mr. Fixer, then it would be just one of his cards. Yeah, this is. Yeah, we're gonna be calling this an episode really quickly here, because. And it's like the hero with the lowest hit points. They're gonna. Oh yes, right, -2 damage. I don't remember what she did last turn, but she should have done 2 less damage. Holy Moses. This is going about as swimmingly as, I mean, the ability for her to put out draw a card every turn and then put on a limb every turn is insanely powerful. That's 2 cards minimum she's putting out every turn. Minimum. And of course, every single one of them has an end of round ability or end of phase ability, which has done nothing but do damage and take away cards and do all kinds of things. What is her rating? I cannot believe what her rating is. A 4? I would certainly question that. Certainly question that. Alright, Legacy. He's got nothing to play because nobody's bringing cards to the table. So I'll play this card because he's got nothing else to play. Yeah, use this Galvanize and draw a card. That is like not a very good turn. Start phase, he destroys this card. Oh, right. She actually protected Unity, so Unity should not have taken any damage. I think she was at 11. So she should have stayed at 11 hit points. Because she was protected from Absolute Zero's that target is immune to damage. Alright, so when this card is destroyed, you may draw a card and play a card. So he gets to draw a card and play a card at the start of his turn because this card is destroyed at the start of his turn. So he draws a card and then he can play a card. We'll play this one. Alright. His card is going to be draw a card, collect an item, just looking to see what item I should possibly be. One shot item. Cranial Field Protector, sure. Collect it, so that goes into her hand, okay. And then you can play a card. Play this one. His power is going to be use his power to deals himself 1 cold damage. This is +1 cold damage, so it's 2 cold damage. And then this is +1, so it's 3 cold damage. So he's going to deal himself 3 cold damage. 1, 2, 3, which actually heals him 3 hit points. Unfortunately, it's not great because healing himself 3 hit points is not doing enough. It's not doing any damage. It's not getting rid of any of the monsters. Oh wait, we should be doing right because of this card. Everyone should be doing +1 damage. So we actually would have done an extra damage to himself, which would have healed him. Well, I guess he didn't do any damage, so that's okay. But we didn't miss out any damage then, did we? Ridiculous. We gotta get a dual card. We gotta get a thing, style into play. Thought he had a tool card. What happened to that? He must have got it. Yeah, he had this. Oh, he got it removed from that stupid card. He's gonna do a dire iron. After this card is played, destroy all other duel cards. Then Mr. Fixer deals 1 target 3 +1 4 +1 5 damage. That's going to be this jerk right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it says, if Mr. Fixer deals damage to a target, destroy that target if it has 3 or fewer hit points. Guess what? He has 3 or fewer hit points, so he has been destroyed. Jerk face jerk. 8 hit points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was his card play to bring this into play. Then he will deal 1 target 2 damage, +1 3, +1 4 damage. Let's kill this thing for 4 damage. That's going to deal 10 damage. 10 damage. Okay, and he can collect a dual card. Oh, sure. Let's collect it. Might as well. I'm not seeing any. There's one. Let's go. And then he can draw a card. Draw a card at the end of his turn, and he's done. Unity, if you could wipe out a couple more of these guys, that would be super special. Alright, play this card. Then we're going to use her power to play a card, which is going to be this. And if it's not a mechanical golem, she can draw a card, but it is a mechanical golem. But this guy's got actually 8 hit points. And then +1 damage dealt by Unity and McGolems. That's a great one. So that was her power. Then she will draw a card at the end of her turn. She'll be done. Let's watch what the environment does to us. Lucky the Afflicted. Oh, brother. Lucky, what are you going to do to us? -1 damage dealt to this card with fewer hit points than this card. If there are any relic in villain play areas, this card deals the target with the highest hit points 3 melee damage. There is a relic card in the villain play area. This card deals the target with the highest hit points 3 melee damage. Here's this. That's a relic in the play area. Most hit points. Does she have a -1, -2 damage? So she's still going to take 1 point of damage. We'll take it 1 point of damage. This guy can just kill her. That'd be awesome. All right. That's it. All right. Draw a card. And then she gets to discover a limb. That's not a limb. That is a limb. And she's already back up to how many limbs? 2, 4, 6 limbs. And now she's going to do how much damage to us? Let's see. Lowest, the non-villain target with the lowest hit points. It's actually the champion bot, unfortunately. Frick. That's a bummer. I was hoping he would kill her, or kill him. But no, unfortunately, he's going to kill this. 2 damage to it. 1, 2. Right. So it's the first card. This card deals each non-villain target 2 projectile. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And you take 2 damage. No, he only takes 1 because he's got damage reduction. We don't have any damage reduction. Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's great. This card deals the non-villain target with the lowest hit points 2 damage. That's going to be our champion bot again. And then this card deals the hero with the most cards in play. And then it's going to remove an ongoing and an item card. Unbelievable. It's like... Alright, she'll take 2 damage. She'll get rid of this item card. Oh, and it does it again. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Well, that's going to be this guy now. And so he's going to lose an item. Well, he's going to lose this one anyway, so he might as well lose that. And take 2 damage. Those are nasty, man. Wow. You lose an ongoing card and an item card, and you take 2 damage, and there's nothing we can do. It just comes out and it automatically happens. So there's not like any way to prevent that from happening. And then this card deals the non-villain target with the highest hit points H damage. Highest hit points. That's episode 0. 4 damage. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to do 166 damage to this thing. I really don't. By the time we're dead, it's... 3 targets, 3 damage. That's going to be some good damage to help get rid of some of these things. We gotta really... Boom. This one is how much damage? 10. 160, 3, 4, 5, 6, 156. I think it should be at. I can't remember what it was at. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What did this say? That's ongoing cards. We don't have, right now we don't have to worry about that. So that's good damage. And then he'll do his galvanize and give everyone a boost. And then draw a card. Alright. Episode 0. You gotta get some damage going, man. This card is played, select a target. The target cannot deal damage. When this card is destroyed, after he's dealt fire damage, he deals one target that much cold damage. Alright, I guess we'll do this. After this card is played, you may play a card. After episode 0 is dealt fire damage. Episode 0 deals one target that much cold damage. And this next card is going to be Still Life. After this card is played, select a target. That target cannot deal damage. So we're going to choose this idiot here. Alright, then his power is going to be... Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. Is... We should all be getting +1 damage from this thing again. When this card is in a hero play area, +1 damage dealt by hero characters. So he would have done an extra damage on both of those. Alright, his power is going to be deal himself 1 cold. 2 cold. And he's just going to regain two hit points. Kind of a boring. And he draws a card, right? Alright, Mr. Fixer. Start phase. Either draw a card or collect a style. We got, again, plenty of style cards, so we're just going to draw a card. We got a tool, we need a style now. We need a style card. Play this one. Destroy damage dealt by him is irreducible, and whenever he takes damage, he's going to deal 1 target 2 melee damage. That's his card play. Now, power, he's going to deal 1 target, 2 melee, +1, 3, +1, 4 damage. I guess we'll get rid of this thing, even though we're wasting a little bit of damage. That's going to deal 6 damage. And you can collect a tool card. I'm not going to worry about that. Draw and be done. Okay. Play this card. Discover is, what are we doing for discover? Reveal cards until you reveal them. Should do play the card. Okay, so we're just so destroy an item card. She's going to destroy this card, and she's going to just find a golem, of course. It's the Bumblebee. Alright. And then this thing might actually keep her alive if it can take some of the damage that she would take. Alright, off to this thing. After a villain target is destroyed, put it under this card. If there are no cards under this card. If this card is in a hero play area, bury the card under this card. If this card is in the villain play area, play the card under this card. Okay, well, that's relic, and then end phase. If there are any relic cards in the villain play area, this card deals the target with the highest hit points 3. -1/-1 is 1 damage. Okay. We're still alive, barely. Alright, started his turn. Plays a card. Okay. That's another one of these. 14 hit points. And then discover a limb. Why don't we do that? Oh, it's another good one. There you go. And he still has 6 limbs out there. Alright, so lowest hit points, 2 damage. That's going to kill the Bumblebee. When this card is destroyed, you may destroy an ongoing card. Then Unity deals 1 target 3 damage because of the boost. Oh, that actually is going to be helpful. Because that 3 damage we can actually use and kill this thing. Which is going to give us 6 more damage on her. Alright. And any ongoing card. That is a relic. That's a relic. That's a werewolf. So there is no ongoing cards that I want to kill. So when this card is destroyed, you may destroy an ongoing card. So we don't need to. Then you need to deal right, boom, boom. So it's destroyed. Okay. Okay, it's gonna get coldy. Alright, you need some help?
No. I wish.
Ah, I can help you. I can help you. Alright, I guess. Alright, whatever. So this one is going to deal the lowest 2 hit points. So that's going to be this champion bot. And, okay, so that's that one. This one doesn't deal any damage because it was blocked. And this one will deal highest hit points, 4 damage. And then this one, each target, 2 hit points. All right, back to our turn. All right, there you go. After this card is played, each ally regains a hit points. Not that it's going to matter. But damage dealt by all allies are going to be +1. I'm going to use my Galvanize, so everyone's going to... Well, hang on a second. So everyone would still be +1. Now, reveal and replace the top card of a deck. If the deck belongs to an ally, they may draw a card or use a power. No, I think we're going to keep the Galvanize because that's going to give everyone a +2 to their damage. Alright. Start phase. Destroy this card. Okay. So this goes away now. You can deal damage again. We better put this out. Alright, still hasn't got one decent power card yet, like to play a power. So he's relying on this, which is not very good. Deals himself 1 cold damage, +1, 2 cold damage, which means he's gonna freaking heal 2 hit points. But then this card alone to either draw a card or use a power. Oh, he forgot to draw his card at the end of his turn. He's going to use a power and get 2 more hit points, and then he'll be done. Mr. Fixer, start phase. Draw a card or collect a style card. We'll just draw a card. He's got a ton of gold cards. Alright, let's go. Let's play some Harmony, because as long as he has a style card and a dual card, he'll be doing extra damage. So, he will activate his 1 target, 2 damage. +2 from Legacy is 4 damage. +1 from the Relic is 5 damage. +1 from this card is 6 damage. He's going to deal 6 damage. Wow, that's almost going to take out 1 guy. And then he'll draw his card and be done. Unless Unity takes out like 6 guys, we are going to be dead. And she's got no cards to play. So how did that happen? Great. Wow. Wow, that would have been a good one to have a long time ago. That would have been awesome. Jeez. That would have been a really good one. Okay. So she's just spending her turn to draw 2 cards. That's all she can do on her turn. Start phase. So this card is a hero. No. It's not a villain. It's nowhere. Right? So nothing. Okay. End phase. If there are any relic cards, he's going to deal 3 damage to her again. -1, -1. So it's only going to be 1 damage still. It's over. I mean, we've got no hit points left, and she's just going to murder us all. So that's this. Now we have the hero with the fewest cards in hand draws a card. That's going to be her. The hero character with the lowest hit points regains 2. That's going to be Unity again. Move a relic card from the environment play area to the play area with the target with the highest hit points. Move a relic card. Oh, so it is going to go in... Oh my god. So yeah, if we destroy anything, it's gonna go under this card, and then he's just gonna continually play this card. Okay. I think that's it. I'm I am more than done with this setup right now. This is not. Yeah, very, very frustrating. I mean, how much damage is she going to do at the end of this turn? It's going to be. Lowest hit points is going to take 2. Lowest hit points is going to take 2. Highest hit points. The highest hit points is going to take 4 damage. Highest hit points is taking 4. Highest hit points is taking 4. And then all targets are taking 2. So it's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. So 20 damage. She's going to do 20 damage, and that's not even because she's got to play cards yet. So she's got a card. She's going to play this card, which will put this in play and do another 4 damage. And then last but not least, she gets to find a limb. And she gets to put out another one. I mean, the only way to really beat her is you got to be able to outpace her ability to bring in 2 limbs every turn. So she's going to start with 3, 4, 5. She's going to start with 5 limbs on the very first turn. So on that first turn, you have to kill a couple of them, and then every turn you're going to have to be killing them a limb or 2 every turn. You got to keep it down to like 1 or 2 limbs. I mean, if she's got 4, 5, 6 limbs out there every turn, it's gonna be just too much. So you have to be able to do a lot of damage. And this environment really nerfed us, so we just couldn't do any damage because of this environment helping them and hurting us. So this environment was not a very good one to put with this villain. The thing with this villain is she's got that ability to knock out your play cards that all have at the end of phase they do things, and doing damage obviously bad, but the ones that like remove your items and ongoing cards like nerfs your characters severely, especially in the beginning of the game. You get out a couple cards, you're not doing any damage, you're trying to set yourself up, and then the character just says, oh, by the way, you lose hit points, and you lose an item, and you lose an ongoing card. And it's like, wow, alright. And if you get 1 or 2 of those cards out, yeah. It's I mean, I still think he's got 142 hit points. I technically think we could probably still fight and win this fight. I mean, I still think it's still winnable, but it's literally going to be like another hour of fighting and struggling just to try and get this win. And at this point, it's already been an hour and a half. So it's going to be like another hour just to try and struggle to see if there's a way to get through this. We haven't even gone through the damage she's going to be doing this round. All we did was play the cards. We still have to do all the damage. So again, that's like 2, 4, 8, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 24, and then one hero is going to be minus 2 damage. So she's gonna do 24 damage to us, and then one of our heroes will be at minus 2 damage. It'll actually be Unity again. We'll be at minus 2 damage. So there's no way. I mean, I could try and struggle, but I'm not even gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna count it as a loss. It's you definitely, again, the way to stay on this one is you gotta have enough damage that she's gonna be putting out. You know, the problem is this right here. At the end of her turn, she automatically discovers a limb. So you gotta be able to do 10 to 15 points of damage just to remove one limb every single turn, plus whatever she does on her turn. And there was, like, some of the cards we didn't even get to. Like, she's got one. Oh, here. Destroy ongoing cards, and then discard as many cards. Yeah, that's not what I want. I want the other one where she can, oh, there we go. Discover H minus 1 limbs, so just 3 limbs, just for the fun of it. And then, of course, she's discarding cards from the environment deck because she wants to try and go through that deck so she can heal a couple of points of damage. That's not exactly that big a deal, but brutal. Absolutely brutal. It kind of takes the fun out of the game when they have powers like that. And that's one of the things I would say that the definitive edition, in my opinion, the one thing I get, wrong with the definitive edition is there's a lot of matchups that just don't seem like they work as well. I don't know what it is. Like, if I just take random characters in the regular edition, I don't hardly ever run into a problem where you get these matchups that are just so terrible you can't do anything with them. This is like the second or third definitive edition one in the last week that we played, and it was a horrible experience because the villain was doing things to counteract everything that we were doing, and we couldn't do anything. And so that's kind of the one issue I have with this game in general is when the game takes away what the heroes can do. The heroes can only do so many things, and if you take those away, then the heroes, they can't do anything then. So, all right, well, call it an episode. It's getting late anyway, so thanks for watching. We're going to count this as a loss. We'll move on and try better next time. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Don't you forget, I will see you all down the line. You take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.